I felt down on a very that deep down I didn't have that confidence. But as to why I kind of really wanted to do it, there was this sense that I deep down I actually was a confident person, that my true self was confident, and there were times I had been confident, and it felt great. I felt like it was all covered up by kind of all this self-doubt. It was kind of low self-esteem and depression, but I felt ultimately that there was a confident person in there. So in that sense, I felt that confidence was something that could be learned, could be taught, and could be developed, and but from within. So I guess I'd had a glimpse of it and felt that I could be confident, and then I wanted to be that way. I mean, Breakthrough seemed like the most appropriate one for me, but in terms of why I chose your courses, I mean, initially they got the top hit on Google, and all the reviews were really good. But beyond that, I think there was this sense that how external kind of confidence techniques ultimately didn't really work for shy people. And I think it was, yeah, because it's a technique you have to adopt and just kind of commit yourself to, whereas you talked about essentially developing confidence from within, and this kind of seemed authentic, because I could never imagine myself just kind of faking it. Yeah, it was the idea you fake it till you make it. I mean, and that I just didn't seem like it could be. It didn't seem, yeah, genuine and authentic. Whereas what you talked about essentially was an organic confidence, personal to you. That was it, really. The idea that you could be yourself and be confident. So that was kind of very appealing to me. The idea of using drama as therapy was appealing, because I'd done some drama when I was younger, and I mean, it was incredibly scary, but also quite exciting. And so I got the sense that if I did this, then it would be a barrier to overcome. That the fear made me think, oh yeah, this is something I should be doing more of. But what's really amazing was the sense that there's these other people that kind of on the surface they have everything going for them, but they're going through the same sorts of problems as you are, the same sort of turmoil, similar issues at the very least. And it kind of, it's hard to explain, but seeing yourself in them has a kind of profound effect. It's a kind of, you talk about mirroring on the course, but I think when you see yourself from the outside in other people, it gives you a perspective, a distance, and an understanding that you probably can't get in other ways. It's that kind of, it takes you out of yourself, not just out of your head, but out of yourself. Yeah, it's not just this idea that everyone's going through the same things, we're all in the same boat. That does help, but it's being able to see your own problems from the outside, and you can't really do that unless you see it in someone else. Really, that was sort of, that wasn't something I was expecting, and that had a major effect. And secondly, kind of leading on from that, I would say that the exercise we do in the second half of the group, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but the breakthrough exercise, that had an extraordinary, profound effect on me, because you were able to kind of unlock a lot of these incredibly significant aspects of myself that I'd repressed. I kind of was aware of them, but you unlock them in such a way that they couldn't be ignored anymore. There was a sense that it was about connecting with yourself, these deep parts of yourself, in a way that you had to sort of acknowledge them, and going out of that place, going out of the class, you realize you had to kind of honor these parts of you. So yeah, it was connecting with yourself, and in a way that, yeah, it led to this self-understanding, but also this self-validation. That was what's crucial, that you were introduced to these parts of yourself, and you could recognize them, and these needs, these emotional needs, and it was fine to have them, and you shouldn't be ashamed of them. And this all sounds very hokey, but I think anyone that kind of goes through that experiences something powerful and meaning to them. And I saw it on the course with everyone to one degree or another, and so those that I would say those two things, the most kind of extraordinary thing, that parts I took out of it. Being in a safe space, I mean, and that's what's a safe space, but you're in a place with other people that no one wants you to fail, everyone wants you to succeed, everyone else is feeling the same sort of nerves and the rest of it. It's this completely safe space where you're kind of interacting with people, but you're playing out roles, So you're not, it's not like, I mean, I imagine what group therapy is like, is talking about your own issues. Um, it's you're playing out these roles, you're interacting with people, you're interacting in front of people. There's something about this whole kind of group dynamic and the dramatic aspect of it that somehow works. And I thought about this, and that's why it was. Somehow it's a lot of things we talked about takes you out of yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean you get closer to you, the unmediated you. And I think that's the key to confidence, getting closer to the you that's stripped down from all the societal expectations and all the negative stuff from before. It's this way of just getting rid of that. It kind of forces you out of that and say it bypasses the barriers that you're going to put in place. And in a way you wouldn't get with just genuine. I mean, you can get this through everything. It cuts through to the moment, I suppose. Yes. And then when you're in the moment and without all the stuff around you, all the kind of thinking and yeah, the kind of you cut through all that and then you're kind of left with what's closest to you. And then you start to discover things that just come out of you. It's and maybe I haven't explained it very well, but it's something happens. It's kind of a magical space. Yeah. So that's really how it works, basically. Yeah. Similar to that as well, and going back to fear, I was talking about being afraid of drama and all these sorts of things, and that's a good thing. You've shown me as well that it heightens that idea that if something scares you, you should probably do it. Obviously, there's exceptions to that, and I mean, I know that's a kind of cliche. We all know that if you're scared of things, so you've got to get past the fear. But this is different in that by going through that experience time and time again on the course, not wanting to go in the course, being scared of all those little moments where, oh God, I'm going to have to act like this, or I'm going to have to act like that. I don't know what I'm doing. All those moments, going through that again and again, it basically completely undermines that part of you that's that voice that wants you not to do things, because you've gone through it so many times that you know that voice can't really be trusted. So it undermines that. And so that it develops this counter voice that as soon as you start thinking, oh God, because I was feeling scared about the course tomorrow, but having gone through the course before, when you have this fear of, oh, I don't want to do this, a counter voice pops up just as strong, perhaps even stronger, saying, yes, you're scared. This is why you should do it, because if you do it, you'll be stronger. Most of the time you'll feel better. You won't ever feel worse. And it will be a valuable experience. It's sort of, again, yeah, similar to what I said before, you can't go back. It's these sort of transformative experiences that your body and your mind can't ignore, basically. It gives you this grounding to kind of build on, I would say. And I think other people experience that as well. There was often other people found themselves opening up, not just because other people had opened up, but because I think they recognized the benefits of that for everyone. It was weird. It's very much how people interact with each other and spur each other on, and it's almost unconscious. That's an extraordinary thing. Of course, how things have changed. I've point to like maybe three main things. Firstly, there's a sense of I can't go back, that I'm on this path now, and okay, sure, I can give up for time. I can feel bad for moments and then stop trying. But essentially, what the course did, what you've done, is you've taken me far along the path that I can see the potential. That it's, you basically kind of irrevocably undermine that part of myself that says that wants to fail. That's it. You've shown me basically you can be successful, and the path has opened up. I mean, there may be barriers that come along, but the path has opened up, and once you see that, you think, oh, you can't go back. You have to keep going forward. So yeah, in a way, you've kind of created the experiences that make it possible to believe, and you can't really get rid of those experiences. So it's sort of like you've opened the path up, basically. Also, in kind of concrete terms, I quit my job because I hated it, and so I'm much more willing. Yeah, I think the thing is, I kind of have to do what I want to do, basically. Really, that it kind of yeah. So it helped give me the kind of confidence to just take risk, and because it's not really a risk, you see, kind of doing what you hate and it's sort of slowly killing you, that's no, that's the risk, isn't it, really? So yeah, there's that as well. So it's a big sort of fundamental change.